Hello, my name is Michael Murphy. I'm the Operations Manager at J&J Global. You're watching our first ever yearly roundup. A great year overall. Obviously volume was fantastic. From about the middle of the year, our volume grew significantly month on month. Part of that due to the sales team hitting and exceeding their targets. We've had a lot of great projects in the FC. We've expanded into the top levels of our pick tower. So yeah, all in all, a fantastic year. Some challenges we overcame this year. We onboarded our largest ever client, which meant we had to improve and increase our infrastructure equipment, flex up our resource to deal with the increased capacity we needed. We went live with our new MES. Obviously there was a little bit of workaround when we were building that piece of infrastructure, but that's gone live now, which has helped increase our throughput on goods in and returns. Volume was significantly higher from May to December than our budgeted forecast, so we had to do a lot of reforecasting, increase our capacity with extra resource. We brought on more agency staff, we tend to perm some people before peak. Obviously all the peak planning, that's always one big challenge, but all in all we overcame them all and came through it. We had some significant growth in our teams in the fulfillment centre as well. We've had 2 team leaders successfully achieve full-time team leader roles after being stand-ups for a few months. They showed exceptional work in their stand-up position and then were rewarded with their full-time team leader roles. Obviously we've also grown our team member numbers as well. Just as an indicator, I think in January 2024 we were around about 260 FTEs and agencies. January 25, we're about 360, so we've increased by about around 100. Some key figures for year 24-25 in the UK. Picked, packed and dispatched around 5.6 million orders from outbound, which amounted to about 18 million units through our network, which is fantastic. And returns did around about 250,000 returns in that same period. So some key highlights from the year. I know we mentioned it in a previous video, but the MES was fantastic for goods in and returns. It allowed them to increase their throughput for the year. Goods in by about 50%, returns by about 30%. In the same area of the tower as well, at peak time, we put in what we call relief benches. So for outbound's peak, we had 20 more pack benches in there that allowed us to increase our throughput by a significant amount for the key 2 weeks that we had during peak. So part of the infrastructure update we had in the last financial year was the big cage for one of our clients where all their stock is held that is fingerprint access controlled, and you select a few groups of our team members can go in there. That keeps all of their stock secure. Personal highlight for me, I would say, would be our huge stock move that we did. So we planned and executed the move of around 2 million units of stock into more effective locations that made our pick walks more efficient. We expanded into levels 4 and 5 of the pick tower, so moved around some of our clients so we could put them in, as I said, more productive locations. That generated 15% increase in our pick productivity, which is fantastic considering we planned it to be 10 to 12. So we actually, bested it. So to zoom in on this quarter, or the previous quarter, it was a bit quieter in January and February naturally because it was post-peak, but that gave us an opportunity to do lots of cross-training and multi-skilling. Specifically, we trained loads of people in returns to help with their peak, which meant they never fell more than 2 days behind, which was a fantastic result. And I think for the period in outbound, we did about 1.6 million orders. So for the quiet 3 months, January to March, we're almost as busy as November and December in the previous year. So still quite, strong volume. I think in particular, we've had a few clients join recently that, they joined with forecasted X number of orders, but they've actually done, double or triple that, which is a fantastic start to their time at J&J. That's been amazing. I mentioned that January and February was relatively quiet, but March started strong and has just continued growing and building throughout the whole month. So a really good end to this quarter as well. So looking ahead to the next financial year, we're looking at extending our high value coverage. So we've got one at the front of the pick tower on the ground floor. What we want to do is have a high value cage on every level of the pick tower at the front. This will help us increase the scope for clients to store, their high value items or potentially high theft items in those areas. For us, it will just help a bit of efficiency because some clients might have certain items on level 2 or 3, but then we'd have to come down to pick on the ground floor. So it'll help, us in terms of our picking KPI as well. We're also planning a new area adjacent to the fulfillment centre where clients and potential clients could come and join us and just have a snapshot into our operation to see what we do, how we pick and pack, with examples of items and packaging choices that people can choose if they want to just have a little kind of visual of what we do here. And there are, of course, loads of other projects going on around the business and the fulfillment centre and globally, but you will learn about these at a later date. I think a big shout out for me personally is all of the people that work in the FC throughout the year. Without them, we wouldn't have had the growth in volume and sales that we've experienced in the last year. And I think it's testament to all their hard work that It feels very calm, collected and well planned at peak. You know, what seems like an exodus of people descends onto the fulfilment centre during, you know, a 2-month period, and everyone remains calm, happy, it's a friendly environment. And I just want to give a big thanks and shout out to those guys that are here every day, you know, facilitating our growth and our demand.